It is 9 o'clock. This is BTV News coming to you live from the capital, Gaborone. I am Komutso Mapani. Let's take a look at the headlines. Botswana's High Commissioner to Nigeria, Ms. Fildakering, implored to promote and protect Botswana's national interests. Nurses applauded for their patience and commitment when carrying out their duties. And in sport, Botswana Football Association conducted women's referee intermediate course. Interpreting in sign language is Amantle Babili. Good evening. The President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, and his cabinet today witnessed the trial road resurfacing on the A1 road. The Minister of Transport and Public Works, Mr. Eric Molale, said the new development is in line with the reset agenda. The minister said that alternative technologies are more effective.
The government of Botswana is working on a transitional plan to improve national development programs to elevate the country's economy from a middle income to a high income economy. Minister Malale said the use of new asphalt resurfacing can be more cost effective and labor intensive. Apart from that, it gives an opportunity to train locals to create employment. The minister mentioned this in Rasesa during the road resurfacing trial that President Masisi went to witness.
Maisha tse dingwe tsa go aga ditsela ntleng hela le go dirisa sekontiri mme khuthamaga ga go ene ya dumela nna ka simolola ka tsamaya ka go South Africa Namibia re ntse re leba re buisanya ba bangwe ba tla ka kwano le bona ba ipala mabala a kgale sa gore tsela ya sekontiri mo Botswana le ha ke belaela mme ba re ke 11 million pula per kilometer whereas go Namibia le South Africa it's less than 10 million rands per kilometer. Mo go rang gore sengwe re tshwantse ra se dira botoka gore re diga tlhwatlhwa eo mme nngwe ya dio tseo ke gore gongwe re tswe mo sekontereng se se turang se re diriseng di-technology tse dingwe tse e le gore go supagetse gore ebile di gaisa sekontere ka boleng. The
asphalt resurfacing method is said to be an effective way of sustaining the road surface. Besides its appeal to the eye, it was explained that it could save the country a lot of money.
And there was convergence of minds between me and the minister. Really, we had to local government. CCP, directed Your Excellency. Yano what na se ke se ratile maabane ga ba bua ke gore morago ga le bakanyana tshwanetse re ntse re di pavers ga re tshela di stay di a go na intact
ha di tshele go nela ho
nya ne ba re morago nyana
e settle pele
di settle pele go tswenga ga le tshela di a go na much stronger and last longer so ke ra go the opportunity cost then o bua ka yona ke sa gore ke no ntse no gore can be addressed in that regard.
What this product does, it basically seals your base off from any water that penetrates into the base, thus adding to the longevity of the roads, and also, stopping the surface defects from happening.
This trial road surfacing will be tested on a distance of 500 meters on the A1 road at Rasesa. Khorata Maranyani, BTV News. Rasesa.
The President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, has implored Botswana's new High Commissioner to Nigeria, Ms. Fildakering, to promote and protect Botswana's national interests and enhance bilateral relations between the two countries. Bidding Ms. Kering farewell during a courtesy call to his office, President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi says there are a lot of untapped opportunities that Nigeria has to offer Botswana, including those in the creative and innovation sector, and therefore urged the new envoy to work tirelessly to explore new opportunities to the benefit of Botswana.
Botswana and Nigeria go back a long way. Nigeria was very supportive of Botswana, particularly in this region. For the liberation struggle of the region, it came very strongly. Nigeria hosted the first tech, big cultural extravaganza in the 70s. And Nigeria is home to a lot of creativity and ingenuity, including in the innovative space. So there's another side of Nigeria that people don't know as well, a very positive side to Nigeria. That's what we want us to do. And obviously look out for Botswana's interests and be frugal and be circumspect.
I like breaking new ground. I think the energies are good, even for my staff that side. They've been waiting. So we are ready to go and explore the opportunities on the positive side of Nigeria to create opportunities for our people, for our economy, and to build the relationship that will also take not just our country, but also Africa to the next levels. I'm grateful.
The Vice President, Mr. Slamba Tsohane, has applauded nurses for their commitment and patience when carrying out their duties. Mr. Tsohane was speaking earlier today when officiating at the International Nurses Day commemorations in Tsabong, where he also highlighted the pivotal role that nurses play in uplifting and maintaining the health sector.
Our nurses are indeed our future. They are the heartbeat, as others have said, of our healthcare system and the lifeline of our communities. They are the ones who provide care when we are in our most vulnerable, offering not just medical assistance, but also emotional support and a comforting presence. As I said, when you are very sick, when you don't have hope, once you see a white attire, then you get much, much better. Nurses and midwives have a critical role in achieving universal health coverage, which means that everyone in the population has access to appropriate promotive, preventative, curative, and rehabilitative health care when they need it at an affordable price. The economic power of care is a concept that is often overlooked. We overlook it more often. However, the economic contribution of our nurses in our communities and the economy as a whole is immense, not just through the services they provide, but also through the ripple effects that their work has on other sectors.
Still on the International Nurses Day commemorations, the Minister of Health, Dr. Edwin Dikoloti, has highlighted government's commitment to ensuring that different health stakeholders collaborate to improve the nursing work environment. He also emphasized that government will respond in a timely manner to any concerns the nursing fraternity might have regarding their conditions of work.
As the Minister of Health, I truly get concerned when my ministry staff is not safe to do their job. I want to also take this opportunity to appeal to members of the public to help us safeguard the security of our nurses and other health professionals. We cannot afford to have a nursing sector that is unhappy and afraid to do its work optimally. As a ministry, we need to do more for our nurses and our health sector at large. No one can ever forget the crucial role that the nurses play in our lives and those of our people.
President of Botswana Nurses Union Bonu, Mr. Peter Baleseng, has applauded the government for promoting nurses to higher ranks to ensure they are also included in decision-making processes. Nurses across the country commemorated that day in Tsabong. This year's celebration recognizes the nurses' contribution towards healthcare systems and economic stability of communities.
As a nursing community and as nurse leaders, we applaud the government for introducing that position of a director. It applies again, Minister, and it applies again, peers for the government. The position is internationally leading. We have talked about chief nursing officers, Honorable Minister of Health, and I don't want to lie, that positions, chief nursing officer across all the HMTs. Mafase a hatetse pele when I say when ba eletsa gore ba ka bonwa le ba rute ba joine di I don't know since I shine or you must empower them. You must elect them. The local parliament ticket as specially elected. Please dedicate one, just one, for NS.
Naledi Mining Services has formalized its collaboration with international engineering company DRA Global. The collaboration expected to promote skills transfer between the two for the advancement of the mining sector. Representatives of both companies signed the agreement in Johannesburg on Wednesday.
The 3-year contract between the two mining giants presents various socio-economic opportunities, amongst them employment and skills development. Naledi Mining Services has experience in the local mining landscape, with DRA Global bringing its expertise from across Africa, the Middle East, Asia, and America. This is the experience that both companies are ready to share for the upskilling of their workforces.
Our mutual goal includes working together on joint projects and initiatives that align with our commitment to excellence. The partnership also strengthens Botswana's standing in the global mining community by showcasing the country's commitment to good governance and sustainable mining practices. Our collaboration further cements Botswana's reputation as a preferred destination for mining investment. It paves the way for future partnerships and opportunities that will continue to support the steady growth of this country's mining industry.
Our deep expertise in minerals processing, hydrometallurgy, and other key processing technologies is also crucial for extracting a host of battery metals, aligning with Botswana's strategic goals to diversify its mining industry. Botswana's rich mineral endowment and the government's commitment to sustainable mineral development provide an exceptional foundation for investment and growth.
This comes at a time when government is pushing for collaborations and innovation across all sectors.
The mining industry in Botswana stands as a beacon of excellence, renowned for impeccable governance standards and unwavering commitment for sustainable practices. Time and again, it has demonstrated its resilience and ability to weather economic storms. I believe this partnership holds an immense promise for both our country and the mining industry at large.
I want to give you the assurance that indeed it was a very smooth process, because from the onset there was a common desire, a common vision, and a common commitment to us arriving eventually to this particular occasion. And it is envisioned that it will open a world of opportunities both for Naledi and DRA, and Botswana as a whole.
Local companies have been encouraged to forge partnerships with international companies that will allow them to share expertise and foster growth of local businesses. Tatoranna, BTV News, joining.
State witnesses in a case in which Onalena Ohotseng, Tatom Bisakoma and Richard Muchenge are charged with an offense of robbing Choppy's store in Muchudi testified today in court that the accused persons are the ones who committed the offense. The alleged offense took place in March 2020. Ungutule Tamare and Mpo Kilebuche report.
Mochudi police crime scene investigator Bamie Bwaka informed the court that his investigations revealed that the fingerprints taken from the Honda Fit car, which is suspected to have been used by the accused persons, were confirmed to be those of the accused. The second state witness who testified before court, Sub-Inspector Letong Mabua, relayed sequence of events that a blue Honda Fit car was used to commit the alleged Muchudi Choppy's armed robbery incident. Mabua explains that at the crime scene, they managed to obtain a pistol, choppy steel as exhibit, which are currently before court. When giving evidence in chief, digital forensic examiner Morakwena Tlobolo told the court that during the forensic examinations, messages and phone calls extracted linked the accused persons to the robbery incident. After the third state witness testified before court, Magistrate Marley Dipate then ordered that the 3 accused persons, Onalena Ohotseng, Tato Mbisakoma, and Richard Muchenje, to be further remanded in custody and to come back before court on the 12th to the 16th of August 2024 as the trial continues. Unkutle Thamare, BTV News, Broadest Magistrate Court, Gaborone.
More than 180 million pula has been used to procure resources for schools to address various challenges this financial year. Addressing a press conference in Gaborone on Wednesday, the Assistant Minister of Education and Skills Development, Ms. Naniki Makwinja, said the intention is to enhance the quality of education and improve academic performance by ensuring that schools are well equipped. Meanwhile, teachers were encouraged to strive for improved academic outcomes for students. Mpho Keleboge reports.
The Ministry of Education and Skills Development is actively working to tackle the challenges encountered in government schools. The aim is to implement measures that align with the goals of Vision 2036. The authority highlighted that the ministry is committed to fostering a culture of mindset change to enhance the current state of government schools.
We have bought those 297 vehicles to help you do your work much better. We acknowledge that there is serious shortage of transport, particularly in our boarding schools. My ministry did not just procure vehicles, but rather a wide array of furniture and equipment, which will also go a long way in aiding the teaching and learning process.
The current focus is on addressing the critical lack of resources, which has been linked to poor academic performance.
We've engaged our contractors in some schools. Baya, Musa Motoko, Elebatra. Baya, Bahotohela, Honsela. The legal improver, but the goal of the whole every class, but there are my people to have the foundation about. There are so many things that has happened.
We believe that as a ministry, we have the potential to shine. The journey of quality, they say, you never reach a destination. You improve every day. With the direction, the support, and the guidance of our honorable ministers, we are blessed to have 3. And I believe you understand why we have 3. It's a big ministry and complex.
Teachers have been encouraged to prioritize teaching and strive for improved academic outcome for students. Mpho Keleboge, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Lemogang Kwape, says developing countries, including Botswana, should make use of available resources to recover from the impact of COVID-19. He was discussing the findings of the 2023-2024 Human Development Index report, which indicated that countries are on a rebound from pandemic-induced losses. The report shows that Botswana is excelling in balancing the development of both men and women, although a lot is yet to be done to address the issue of inequality on income per capita. Kidetleletswe Somolekae with the details.
In the previous global report, a decline in Human Development Index was recorded in the years 2020 and 2021, which was due to COVID-19 pandemic. However, the world is starting to slowly recover, though many countries will not be able to reach their previous development trends of 2019. Enhanced multilateral cooperations between countries was said to be key, with developing countries capacitated to leverage on their resources to address any Human Development Index values declines.
Only about half of the least developing countries
are projected to recover as depicted, and again, you refer to the figure S2. And you can only imagine why we in the Global South, because on the main is us in the Global South, are very slow to recover. Well, I have a theory. I think we do not add value to what we have, because for sure we have more than everybody else, but the value is added elsewhere. That's why the recovery is much better elsewhere. So I think that is a clarion call to us. What do we do with our resources so that we can recover quickest?
The uneven recovery stemming from failures of managing challenges of living in an interdependent world. The interdependency of all our countries is key, and we are not managing it well. The report indicates 3 different directions of actions that could help in this regard. First is to ease polarization by recognizing that there's a whole lot where interests overlap. We have common interests.
The Global Index report on human development shows that Botswana is excelling in balancing the development of both men and women, but with much needed to be done to address the issue of inequality on income per capita.
The figure is that Botswana is doing even better than Rwanda with this indicator. It's very, very, very important. But we can see that when we take the indicators that are composite of the index, where there is a problem is the GNI per capita.
The Global Index report on human development was said to be a vital tool to help countries to draft targeted policies to help empower individuals, enhance inclusiveness, and address many other different human development issues. Keletleletswe Somulekae, BTV News, Gaborone.
Residents of Karakau ward in Maun West constituency have been encouraged to take care of themselves by eating healthy food, exercising and prioritizing their mental health to fight non-communicable diseases that are on the rise. This comes after residents appealed to the Ngami DHMT to consider resourcing their clinic more to cater for the different needs of the community. Marataka Isara reports.
In a consultative Khotla meeting addressed by the area member of parliament for Maun West, Mr. Dumelan Salishando, at Garekau village, residents appealed to government to upgrade their clinic so that it served them better. Residents shared that they would appreciate if their clinic is resourced more to help reduce the long travels to Letsola Tebe II Memorial Hospital. As a sickle cell anemia patient who takes vaccine at Letsola Tebe Memorial Hospital, traveling to and from the hospital consumes my time and energy. I think that it will be better if some of this service can be availed at Moeti Clinic nearby to save traveling expenses. I suffer from back pains, but I'm unable to do x-rays except the pills that I'm given.
Are boneng gore ra di thatswa sente bo merogo bo di cabbage pele ha o ka di dirisa hela jalo le dijo re bone gore ra di apa gore be ba di wela sente jano se sengwe gape ke gone gore
Let's normalize practicing good hygiene, such as washing our vegetables before cooking them and eating properly cooked food. Let us also stop polluting our environment. We advise you to build pit latrines in designated areas to keep our environment clean. The area member of parliament advised the Garakau community to take their complaints and requests to the concerned organizations, saying the member of parliament does not have a say besides advising only.
ha godimo ga sekwele sa bana ba nyanenyana.
If OKMCT Trust gets to generate more revenue, we could request them at their AGM meetings to build a standard 1 and 2 classroom block besides the existing day center to shorten the distance of lower primary school pupils.
Ba tsetse ba ditsang go boela ko magaeng a bone e tshwanetse nne kganye le gore re le baeteledipele ba lona ya re tshwenya gore mme kana motswedi wa madio ga o ka tswalwa re ba ga mang.
Meanwhile, the Ngami DHMT representatives has encouraged the director of community to continue taking care of their health by eating healthy foods and exercising, among others. Marita Kaisara, BTV News, Mau.
It is now time for sport with Ntabogan Semetlela Ntabo.
Hello, Komos.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Leagues are coming to an end, locally, internationally. We are left with like few weeks. I don't know. Do you have any favorites?
Well, not in a, well, I have my teams, and they're so far from, being at the summit of any league. But I think what you said interesting is now everybody's depending on this team or that team beating the next team so that team can get to the summit and win the championship. I think it's just an interesting week. This has just actually been an interesting week as teams are racing to get the championships. Teams are racing to save themselves. It's just an interesting season. It's a silly season, I suppose.
Thank you very much, Komo. So now Botswana Tonight Sports News follows with me, Ntabogan Sebetlela. As a way of improving women refereeing locally, Botswana Football Association organized to host a women referees intermediate course for regional referees from across the country. This was said by the referees manager at BFA, Polisora Setoga, at the end of the week-long course held at Lekiri Football Center in Gaborone. Kagiso Molelekwa.
This batch of women's referees attended the basic referees course last year, and the BFA therefore found it necessary to organize the intermediate referees course as a way of improving the standard of women refereeing locally. The referees, who come from 16 BFA regions, did two aspects of the course, being the technical and the physical aspects.
Re tlameha gore re ba tlhatlose ka ditutego ba tsene mo intermediate re tle re ele tlhoko gore ba ile gore ba ka tlhatlisiwa le ka maemo go officiate at national level ke bo mamba le gore ba supa gore ba na le bokgoni ba go ka officiate at national level ya no ba ha ba ke ba ile gore ba tswahela go beginners ba irile beginners course ya no ba tsena mo intermediate mme mo godimo ga go gape re na le ba youth referees ba le gore ba irile youth referees course ele bo mme ya no bone ga ra ba akaretsa ha re letetse gore ba tle ba kgone gore ba ire beginners pele ba tle ba kgone go tsena mo intermediate.
Ba handle the match situations and they have to analyze those match situations the game, and then from there they have feedback on their analysis as to whether they are doing well or if there's any area of improvement. And then after that we practical whatever that we teach in class, we take it to the field. Practically can they apply it in the field of play.
For their part, the referees revealed that they've learned a lot from the course and they promise to apply what they've learned going forward.
We've been taught the technical issues, the physical issues, and basically working on yourself as the referee, because from the lessons that we had, it is not all about being technically focused. You have to be physically fit, and you have to be mentally fit for you to be a referee. Things that we were not really considering.
The week-long women's referees intermediate course follows the basic referees course which was held last year and is expected to upskill the participants to be promoted from regional football to a featured at the national level, specifically the First Division and Premier Leagues. Kagiso Molelekwa, PTV Sport, Gaborone.
Township Rollers swallowed to Holy Ghost by 4-0 in week 27 match of Botswana Premier played yesterday at the National Stadium. Popas goals came through Mokakulu Dingele's brace, Penyo Sarame and Thabo Rakale.
Arabone Toto, le Prince Bojang, Mokakuludi, Ebelebera Tirua Bonale Bota, Katola Bubedi Toto, Abaya Tanyale Letoa, Mokakulu Dingele, Hokanela Jalo Popano and Takatapili, Morahaware. Efelle mole boteng la Holy Ghost me ya boela mo gona gape Mogakolodi le noneng wa romela mo koteng e gaufi phakola phenyo wa ka serameng washa abano sa jalo ya bobedi ya popa go ka netefatsa gore indeed ba ko the half time break ba tsore katapele ya dino di le pedi chance for Mogakolodi go dira goal number 12 tota bana very simple. Cool, calm, Totongele. Bravo, Holy. Bona Tabora Kale. Santige Talosaka, Lekawanale, Tabora Kale.
A difficult game, but nevertheless, I felt that the boys gave it their best in terms of effort. The effort was there. We could have scored at least 2 goals, but nevertheless, they didn't come. You know, it's a sign of a season that has not been good, that even when you could be getting the goals, are not coming. But we keep fighting. You know, if you are still alive, you still fight. We are still alive. I think Township, they are a difficult side because they are also fighting to try and get into the number 2nd spot now as it is. But I think we fought well. You know, I think their performance was to be expected because, you know, they were coming from another 4-0 victory last weekend. You know, you've got to congratulate them for the victory. But you are not always having an easy game against our top anywhere in the world. No, you've got to go in there and be ready to give it a fight.
No, we tried to play. We played better than the game that we have lost. It was a better game in terms of scoreline, but it was not better than the last game that we played. We should be seen to be progressive. The last game we won 4. Today I thought maybe we could win 5 or 6. It could have been a progressive margin line, but we take that 4 and our 3 points and we go home.
Another Botswana Premier League matches played yesterday. Traffic continued to put pressure on Police 11, beating them 1-0, while relegation candidates Murupule Wanderers beat Nico United 1-0. Second place, the Gaborone United defeated VTM by 0-0. Joining Galaxy and Matebile shared spoils after playing to a 2-2 draw. Sua Flamingos beat Orapa United 1-0. In an effort to promote and stimulate growth in local women's football, Botswana Women's Football Leadership are revising and revamping their strategic plan. Pamela Goma and Michelle Scopo with the report.
The commitments and objectives outlined in the strategic plan were established to aid in promoting women's sports consist of 4 pillars, which include coaching and capacity building, grassroots initiatives, and the development of football players, among others.
4 pillars.
The strategy is made of 4 pillars drawn from FIFA and CAF strategies, and they are coaching and capacity building, grassroots and player development, changing perception and structure, as well as administration.
The sport, originally concentrated in the south, specifically in Gaborone and Kweneng regions, has experienced significant growth in recent years, as there are women's football teams in almost every region of the country.
We had Gaborone, we had Kweneng, we had Sofa, and we have one team from Serowe, very another one team from Francistown, and that was it. And
initially, most teams in the north couldn't play. Only those in the south could. However, when women's football expanded to other regions, we began to see growth.
Although they remain eager to ensure the game's progression, women's football leadership also encounters numerous challenges, including the low number of women in administrative positions, as well as perennial financial difficulties.
We face a scarcity of women administrators in women's football. Many men may find it difficult to address certain needs, such as carrying sanitary pads for our women players. We require women who understand these necessities. We need women on the benches. Additionally, financial constraints pose a challenge. Our players lack shoes and kits, and our games are often not taken as seriously as men's. Conducting pre-match meetings in women's football is a difficult thing.
As a way forward, the leadership of Botswana women's football will need support in developing the sport, and they must start with parental support for their players. Michelle Sekopo, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
And lastly, in their search for the Okavango's fastest polar, the Nkashi Classic race was in Igora village, where polars from villages located near the Okavango Pen handle locked horns in a race to reach the semi-finals. The Nkashi Classic hits started in Soronga village, and the final leg of the hits will be held in Boro and Maung, respectively, where polars will compete for a space in the finals. Tumisang Gelatlilwe reports.
The Nkashi Classic Mugoro race that is set for July 20th will be on its 7th edition and will be held in Maung. This year, a new category has been introduced called the mixed race, where both males and females will be competing.
There
are different categories in the Nkashi Classic races. However, the mixed double race category will be done for the first time this year. We are impressed as many have already started registering for the race. The importance of this event is to help preserve the culture, which is why we have also added the youth so that they do not forget their culture. Ikoha village leadership appreciated the competition and pleaded for the finals to be held in their village in the coming seasons.
Last year,
This is the second time Nkashi comes to Ikoha village. Our expectation is for the final competitions to be hosted in our beautiful village.
Mihela ra tshepa gore bongwe ngwa gaota re ta bona makhaola khang a le honeha ke tsholohelo ya rona ba gaetsho batho ba tlo go bona makgobokgobo a mantea.
Participants and competitors applauded the race, citing it helps preserve their culture. Growing up, we learned that using Mekoro is part of our culture in Okavango. We can travel from here to Soronga and even transport tourists. The Nkashi Classic team was accompanied by the Nkashi Knowledge Bus to engage villagers and the polars on financial literacy and smart agricultural farming. Tumisang Gelatibe, BTV News, Ikoha.
From Botswana Tonight Sports Desk, it is a good night. Now back to Khomoso to remind you of the back hits. My lead.
Thank you so much, and we'll have yourself a fantastic evening until we meet again next time.
Thank you very much, my lady. You have yourself a great night.
Thank you. That was Ntabukhang giving us the latest in sport. Let's take a final look at stories leading the way this evening. Botswana's High Commissioner to Nigeria, Ms. Fildaikering, implored to promote and protect Botswana's national interests. Nurses applauded for their commitment and patience when carrying out their duties. And in sport, Botswana Football Association conducted Women's Referees Intermediate course. That's all that we had for you in our news bulletin this evening. BTV News, Iganyarona, #BW Mindset Change. Up next is the weather update.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather forecast brought to you by Samuel Ramotond. The current satellite picture shows patches of clouds over most areas of the country, except over some areas over the north and the eastern parts where clear skies are visible. As for tomorrow, we're expecting clear skies over the entire country. In the morning, cold temperatures are expected in Francistown with a minimum of 6 degrees Celsius, but over most areas of the country, we're expecting mild temperatures with minimums ranging from 10 to 13 degrees Celsius. But over Chobe, we're expecting warm temperatures with minimums of 14 at Panamatenga and 15 at Kasan. In the afternoon, warm temperatures are expected over the entire country, with the maximums ranging from 27 to 30 degrees Celsius. And as for this coming weekend, clear skies are expected over most areas in southern, southeast, Gauteng and Kwenin, with warm afternoon temperatures. Over Gauteng and Kalahari, still expecting clear skies this coming weekend, with warm afternoon temperatures. Over Ngamiland and Chobe, still expecting clear skies this coming weekend, with warm afternoon temperatures. And over central and northeast, we're expecting clear skies on Saturday, but on Sunday, we're expecting few patches of clouds will be visible over southern, central and northeast with warm afternoon temperatures. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good night.
Good afternoon and warm welcome to Ion Sadik. I'm Tony.